Good morning, good evening. Welcome to Rallycross GT, and you're watching Flat Out Racing League Season 4. We're here straight from Circuit de la Sarthe, forgive my pronunciation, aka Le Mans. For round 5, this is the Pro Division here about to start. My name is Bert Denninger, and I'll be your host for today. Another very exciting round ahead here, one of my favorite tracks, which I was trying to put some time earlier on, but I just realized how much I forgot how to drive these cars with a lot of downforce. I do a lot of those in the career mode, you know, the 700 World Tour 700 PP, you know, to get some cash here, driving road cars, completely different amounts of downforce, of speed on the straight. Yeah, I'm very excited for this race. I know that the guys have been putting some good practice as well. So looking forward to that. We have already Corey GT35 here in the chat. Yo, let's go. Yo, Corey. Looking forward to it as well, mate. And see you on the track later on as well. Let me just pop Discord open here and see standings for this division. So this is the Pro Division, and after round 4, so this is round 5, so after round 4 we have this man here, the Stick, leading the championship with 138 points. That's a juicy gap of 25 points over Sokal. So remember, for the win you get 35 points, and we were discussing this during the week with the guys on Discord. Looks like the discard race is already being taken into account here. So yeah, 25 points gap with the 35 points for the win is quite a juicy lead there for the Stick. Then in P3 we have this man here that I'm not sure what he's doing there, turned backwards in the track, but that is Sweaty Palms. Good old friend from the channel there, facing the wall. There's no damage in the car. Maybe he went to have a coffee. Don't know. But Sweaty Palms got 97 points, so again, quite a little bit behind Sokal. Maybe we have the gold and the silver pretty much defined. But the bronze, so we have Sweaty Palms with 97, we have Sticky Bandits with 92, so there's a close battle in there. Where is Sticky Bandits? I do not see Sticky Bandit. Sticky Bandit is not racing today. I remember seeing the message earlier on. He said he will not be racing today, so that is going to hurt his chances of fighting for the bronze here in the Pro Division. Anything can happen. We still have 2 more rounds to go after this. Yeah. So looking forward to this. Let's go back here to Discord, just see if there's anyone else and anything. No, there isn't. Back to the broadcast, and the guys are doing donuts. So they're trying to do donuts with racing soft tires and loads of aero. It's a bit tricky to do that. Not impossible, just tricky. It makes you appreciate, you know, those Formula 1 drivers doing donuts with that much grip and downforce that they have, isn't it? Little C Money, I don't know where he's here in the pits right now. Provisional pole position here in the practice. Jenny sent a 2-minute warning just now in the chat saying that we are going to start soon. Weather forecast is completely random, so there is a chance for rain today. We don't know if you're gonna see rain. The time progression is 1, so this is gonna be a 1-hour race, so the clocks are gonna go forward by 1 hour. I don't know if that's enough to bring the clouds or not. We will see. Let me just suggest lobby resets or not, see if they're gonna reset or not. But yeah, maybe we get rain, maybe we don't. Let me know, guys, what your predictions are for this race. Who do you think is gonna take this one home? Is it gonna rain? Is it not? It's gonna have be a dry race. I'm counting on rain. I love to race in the rain, and I love to see people racing in the rain because I like to see people speeding, so we can put those cool sound effects. People coming to the pits here. Everybody putting the soft tires on for qualification. Looks like everybody is ready. Stick there with still in the provisional pole position with a 3:37. Let's use that as a benchmark, perhaps. 3:37. It's a good time. Looks like everybody is ready. We're gonna do the lobby reset, and then we get going. Flying here with his yellow NSX through the S's. I do not have all the corner names here in front of me, so I'm just gonna be calling them by whatever. Right, so is that a lobby reset or is that qualification? It is qualification. We're waiting for that noise. Qualification is on here in Le Mans, round 5 of Flat Out Racing League Pro Division, and Stig says he was the first one, but he was not the first one out of the pits. Let's see, who was it? It's Jealous Pillow, first one out of the pits, pulling the train. So he's coming out with hards. Going back in to put the softs now. I think he wasn't paying attention. It's good now because we're going to have clean track. But we only have 5 minutes for qualification. Let's just pull the replay controls. Now we have the count. Oh, so 10 minutes now. They've increased it. It's going to be a little bit of a long quali. Fair enough. That might allow them to do 2 laps. Maybe. But yeah, it's a big long straight here. These cars can top 300 kilometers per hour, but with this much downforce on these straights, without slip, maybe not. So curious to see. Oh no, there goes Shred again with the penalties. Shred said he was gonna destroy everyone this race, like that on Discord. Told him to watch out for the penalties and told him, mate, commentator's curse. But I'm curious to see the strategy from the guys. I think the race is going to be 16 laps long from what I saw in practice. But I do not know about tire strategy. And my personal opinion is that you don't have that much extra speed from the softs and hards, so from the softs and mediums versus the hards, to justify, especially the straights. Here is big long straights. There are some corners, yes, but the time that you would spend going to the pits again, maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it's not worth changing that, putting software compound. I'm calling people just staying on hards all the way. Maybe one set of medium. I don't think anyone's gonna use softs during the race. Let's see. Boomer thing here in the chat. 10 minutes qualification with 30 seconds continuation. Okay, that's that's wild, but fair enough. At least people know the time that they have to complete the qualification. But thanks for the update, Boomer. Boomer, who is a host and racer in the amateur division. We're gonna see him later on. And we see Shred paying the penalty, allowing the Sig to get his slipstream. But you know, this is just the out lap, so it doesn't matter too much. Let me do my homework and get Le Mans track corner names and so on. Le Mans track map. Try to call them by their corner names as much as I can. Ooh, there's quite a lot of names here. they're in French. No, never mind. I don't want to embarrass myself live in the broadcast. Right, they are opening their flying laps. Shred pulling Stig. Little Money a little bit further back. Let's see what these guys can do. Sweaty Palms in P4. Yoni P5 at the moment. It's just the order that they cross the line there to come out of the pits. Joan Lewis, Tom the Tack, he's back. Missed him last race. Bottle Fed Mustang. Sokal coming here in 9th at the moment. Jenny, who was very kind to be the host today. We don't have the janitor. Then we have Nosfox. I love the color in this livery. And Jealous Pillow is coming a little bit further back because he forgot to change his tires before coming out of the pits. Right, back to the front. It's gonna be a bit of a parade here during the qualification. But we had, remember having Le Mans back in season 1, and it was the guys put up quite a good show. It was quite an exciting race. So let's see how this one will go. Shred there, losing control a little bit, almost going over the curbs in the chicane. Just be careful there not to get a penalty. If you get a penalty right now, that's fine. You can still pay it halfway through the lap. But if you get the penalty after you pay the penalty zone, there goes your lap. Actually, if you get the penalty more than one sector before, so here he is now, and then there's that infamous double right-hander just before the left tight corner, where if you cut too close in the curb, you get a penalty there. And yeah, if you get a penalty there, I don't think you get to pay immediately in the same lap, and there goes your flying lap if that happens. Mystery penalty is what I'm worried about. Ridge Raider saying, yeah. So they came clean out of the corner. Let's see here if we can get someone else. We're watching John the Tag. So here, if you hug that corner too tight, let's go here with Nosfox. So we can show again. This one is fine. You can hug the curb, but this next one. Wait for it. Not this one. Wait for it. There you go. If you hug too, there were some sparks in there. If you hug too much in there, you get a penalty. Go figure. Even though you were just hitting the curb, but somehow you cut the white lines, wherever the white lines are, it counts the penalty. Bug Turismo 7. So if you come out clean in there, then you're good. They should have time for about 2 flying laps, I think, from what Boomer said. I think, you know, with a 10-minute qualification and 30 minutes continuation. Shred set in the first flying lap there with a 3:37.916, a decent time. Little Money puts himself in P2, right in front of Stig. It's a small gap. But then the gap further back to Yoni in P4, that's 2.5 seconds. And Yoni is 3.5 from the leader. John Lewis comes in 5th, not that far from Yoni, a little bit in front of his teammate Tom the Tack. They do not trade slipstreams in here, so oh well. Sokal coming in 7th. Sweaty Palms, he's only in 8th. What happened here to Sweaty Palms? Maybe losing the grip there on the steering wheel. Bottle Fed Mustang in P9. He's got a little bit of slipstream now on Sokal, but I'm not sure it's going to help him too much because of the timer. Nosfox in P10. Jenny in P11. And then Jealous Pillow just crossed the line there, setting his time in P12. I don't think they will have a chance to set another flying lap. We're just gonna watch these guys here, see if they're going purple again. Well, he's just about going purple there. Let's see someone else in the middle of the grid here. Tom the Tech. I'm just pressing the random numbers in the keyboard. See where the guys are. Decent improvement, 1.3 seconds actually. So that would, well, 1.3 seconds, that would shoot Tom the Tech to P4 if Yoni doesn't improve his time, of course. Let's watch Yoni. Yoni's not improving his time yet, so Tom the Tech could steal that P4. That's the thing about having only one flying lap. You have that one chance to shine, and that's it. Right, the clock is done. 30 seconds remaining time, so yeah, not enough time for another flying lap for these guys. It is what it is. Those are their final positions. It's going to be an interesting race. Countdown timer gonna hit 0. There we go. Qualification results. Shred with the pole position 3:37.916. It's a great improvement from last round where he started at the back in Grand Valley, finished P4, which was awesome, but probably less than he wanted. Have Little C Money with P2, and then the Stig with P3. Is actually quite a big gap between them, 0.7 and point. No, actually there's the gap to first. Sorry. So gap to between Stig and Little C Money is not too bad. It's only 2.5 tenths. And then we have Yoni, John Ruiz, Tom the Tech, Sokal, Sweaty Palms, Bottlefed, Mustang, Nosfox, Jenny, and Jealous Pillow. Boomer saying, yeah, we were limited to either 5 or 10 minutes qualification, end up in the middle of a lap. That's fair enough, mate. I think this works. We can probably do the same for Nürburgring for the finale, or for Spa if need be as well. You know, just need to test it beforehand. But it worked out well. We didn't lose too much time having to wait for people, you know, to just parade after finishing the timer. Everybody seems to be ready. That's good stuff. I hope they chose the tires that they want to start the race, because now if you get the wrong one you cannot go back to the pits. Right, everybody is ready. That's good stuff. Bummer, you only needed another 1 minute to get a second lap. Nope. No 1 extra minute for you guys. Yeah, Stig caught in the tires there. Don't tell anyone. Let's go, Fox is there. Boomer cheering. Let's go. I think everybody is ready to go. I am ready. Just waiting for the green button. Predictions in the chat, guys. Who's gonna take this one? Can Shred, you know, do the holy trinity there, the hat trick, pole position, fastest lap, and the win? We'll see. Yes, it's time to race. You're watching Flat Out Racing League. This is round 5 of season 4. We are here in Le Mans with the Pro Division. Shred with the pole position, Little C Money and the Stick, the top 3 drivers. They're coming through the chicanes here into the tiny pit straight, if you can call it that. And here we go. Very good start from Shred. I do not want to be there at the back of the pack because you lose a lot of time there through the corners. As they come here through the first few corners. No changes of position just yet, but let's see if anyone's gonna overshoot this T1 here. It happens a lot. Ooh, almost Tom the Tag there. A little overshoot in the blue car. Further at the back here, everybody coming out clean, but Little C Money managed to close the gap on that Red Bull from Shred and the Stick as well. He's already poking his nose there, trying to get past Little Money. Yoni in P4 also very close to the leading pack. Gonna try to stay in that slipstream for as long as he can. Less than 1 second between the top 4 cars. And look at the Stick go. First overtake of the race here before the chicanes. Stick really wants that win and extend his championship lead. A little mistake from Yon, you see in the background there going wide in the chicane. The second leg. Recovers, but now he's out of the slip. And he's now within reach for Joe Ruiz, who's ready to make the move there on the inside. Squeezes Yoni a little bit, and Tom the Tag as well, bringing his teammates. Well, they're all flying foxes here, but there's a double overtake there over Yoni from Tom the Tag and Joe Ruiz. Oh, I think I saw, yes, that is the first spin of the day. Tom the Tag a little bit too keen there on the chicane, lost control and ended up in the wall. The first spin of the day. Let's go back to the front there with Shred. Comes towards little hairpin. And Little C Money is still very close to the Stick. And I think everybody's with hard tires. We're gonna do a pass later on and see how they're doing. Chip Reese is calling Shred, Stick, and Tom the Tag. Whoa, that's a bold prediction there. While Boomer saying Shred, Tom the Tag, and Sweaty Palms. Whoa, Sweaty Palms is in 7th only right now. He has a lot of catching up to do right now. But Little C is right on the money there, fighting for the podium and potentially for the win. A little wiggle there from the top 2 drivers. And here in P4, John Ruiz pulling the second pack, the second train. Johnny trying to get the position back. It's a little bit too far right now. And then we have Sokal in P6. Sweaty Palms in 7th, followed by Bottle Fed Mustang. Nos Fox is under attack from Jenny. Coming through the S's here. 240 around this corner, this is crazy. Then have Jealous Pillows with medium tires, interesting. And then Tom the Tag with the penalty after spinning, hitting the wall. Coming in P12. Back to the front. Shred, very good around the chicane. Opening a 1.2 second gap. And the Stick, I don't know what he did, but that's a 1.5 second penalty. That is not cool. Not cool at all. He probably just went straight through the chicanes. That is going to benefit a lot of people actually. You guys might want to redo your predictions there, because this penalty here is seriously going to hurt Stick. Ridge Raider saying Money, Stick, Shred. Good predictions as well. But he's probably not going to wait until the penalty zone to get past Stig. Like I said, he's already looking on the inside, and there he goes. Oh, Stig braking late there, trying to get the position back, but doesn't matter. Money's got it. It's 2.4 seconds to the leader now. Shred is flying. Joe Louis trying to catch up. Shaka with a half a second penalty there, managed to get past Yoni as well. Yoni's fighting back. No, he's not. He's bump drafting. I personally hate bump drafting because I get to the corner sometimes at a higher speed than what I'm used to and end up overshooting it. So if you're gonna bump draft me, I'm just gonna hit the brakes. Do not do it, please. Fly down the straight, not literally this time. It's not Group C 90s Le Mans cars. In fact, that's one of the reasons why they put a chicane, isn't it? You're in P6, right in front of Sweaty Palms. He's got a half a second penalty as well. Loads of people getting penalties early on in the race. You're getting used, getting acquainted to the track limits, isn't it? Jealous Pillow as well with a half a second penalty. He's got the medium tires, seems to be working out for him. And Tom the Tech, oh yeah, he had the penalty, he's finally gonna pay it now. What happened to the Stig now? He was just in front, no he wasn't, but I thought he was fighting Little Money, he wasn't. But now he lost the position to Joe Louis. 1.5 second penalty, mate. That hurts. Hurts a lot. I think the trick here, I don't know what these guys are practicing, but just hear me out, guys. 16 laps. It looks like these guys are doing 2 laps with a quarter tank, so they can do 8 laps. Can do a 1 stop, perhaps? Yeah, I think you can do a 1 stop if you save a little bit of fuel. That'll be interesting. Everybody pretty much is on hards. Yankee Doodle saying Stig for the win. It's not looking good for him, unfortunately. Shred is now 2.4 seconds ahead. It's a solid gap. So the only thing that can completely change the strategies of people if they are going for a 1 stop is rain. I hope the rain comes. Who knows? Oh, I heard some noise here. Did anyone spin? No yellow flags. John Louis there holding onto P3. Stig's coming. Got some catching up to do, and I thought I saw some of the penalty. That's Yoni. I think he just got the penalty here in the as you come into the straights. I think probably went a bit too wide on the exit. Then you get that little half a second penalty there. Sweaty Palms had the penalty already paid. 1.7 behind Yoni. Just work harder, mates. Here in the chat, guys, if you want to show some appreciation for Rallycross GT, the official broadcaster for Flat Tire Racing League, just click on the link in there. You know, you can buy me a coffee, show some love for the channel. I encourage you to keep doing this. Shred with a 2.4 second gap, going up a tiny bit. There's a 2:43 in the last lap. gonna be difficult to compare lap times in here. One thing that I really liked in GT Sport that they removed, not sure if you guys remember, there was a screen that you could see the radar where all the drivers are in the map, and you could see all the sector times for all the drivers across the whole lap. I loved to look at that screen. You could get so much data from it. For some reason, we don't have that anymore in GT7. It was one of the best features. Just removed it. Go figure. Shred going quicker there by 0.6 of a second. Money is holding onto that P2 there quite well. And Stig is now closing in. He's closing in on John Ruiz finally. One second. Giroud is going quick. He's going much quicker. 1 second than his previous lap. Yeah, that's another place there where you can get a penalty if you go too wide on that corner. Ah, look at sweaty palms there. Did he go too wide? Why does he have the wipers on? There they go. Back to the stick here, good around the chicane. Managed to get some 3/10 of John Ruiz. So 3:44 versus a 3:44, so very similar times from both drivers. And they have half a tank consumed. So yeah, that's 8 laps, and if it's a really 16 laps race, they can do a 1 stop. And I think the tires will last long enough. Ridgeway is saying, wipers 10 HP. You know what, mate? I just bought some Aero wipers for my Honda Fit from Seeker. They look super cool, and don't know if they give me any extra downforce, but it looks super cool. I need to send a photo later on. I'll do that after the race. Just remind me. Little C Money here in P2 is now 3 seconds behind Trev. He's going purple now, so that means he's going very quick in this first part of the race. And actually he's got quite a lot of fuel left. Little C Money. Shred as well. Let's compare fuel. Okay, so John Ruiz is the thirsty one here, it seems to be. The Stig has got a lot more fuel. Sokol's also a little bit thirsty. Should still be enough, but it means you're just gonna lose a couple more seconds in the pits when refueling. Yoni as well, a little bit on the thirsty side. Got sweaty pumps catching up. To be fair, this guy seems to be the norm, and the guys up front seems to be the abnormal ones that are saving a lot of fuel. But you know what? If anything, I'd rather save fuel as well. See, all the drivers, about half a tank. Tom the Tag making good use there of his Jealous Pillow with his medium tires. And Jenny as well. So yeah, it looks like having half a tank is the norm. But Little C Money, Shred, and the Stig are the guys that are saving more here. You just saw here, they're shifting about 3/4 in. It's good. Let's see, in 4th gear, yeah, halfway through his shifting already. Especially if you are close to the slipstream, there's no point in over-revving. Stig is catching up. He's gonna try to set up for an overtake. On board with the Stig. that is where the stick is gaining a lot of time over John Ruiz. You see how aggressive he was over the curbs, and here he is for an overtake. Going on the inside, gives the dirty side of the track to John Ruiz. Sticks up to P3, but the corner now goes to the left to favors John Ruiz, but it's a right and left. The stick does it. He goes up to P3. Now, sweaty palms early into the pits. Why is that? Sweaty palms the first driver to enter the pits with half a tank and hard tires that can last the whole 8 laps. Someone in the chat, please explain to me what's going on. I have not done the practice, I've just watched a few guys in the lobby. I'm really curious about strategy from Sweaty Palms. John Ruiz with the track limits gets a half a second penalty. He tries to fight back the stick. Just before the chicane they go side by side. John Ruiz has to slot behind. You gotta choose your battles, mates. Choose your battles. Little C Money with the fastest lap of the race, 42.5. Versus a wow, that was actually 0.03 of a second difference between Little C Money and Shred's lap times. They're bang on similar pace. That is very nice to see. But there's still a 3-second gap between them. Might come down to pit stops. And we see John Ruiz trying to find space around the stick. He wants to get past before that penalty, otherwise he's going to lose the slip. And that is really going to hurt him. But someone, if there's anyone on the radio with John Ruiz, you have to tell him to lift the foot a little bit. He's using too much gas. Over revving way too much. They come down this area with the trees. The rogue track limits. Did not catch these two. That's good. Can't tell. Super top secret, Boomer is saying. I see. Let's go see where Sweaty Palms is. He's not the back of the pack. The medium boots on. Filled up the tank. Okay. So let's see what type of lap times he can do with these medium tires now. He is 8 seconds behind Jenny. Struggling a little bit here at Le Mans. There she is. She's got Tom the Tech in her sights. Tom the Tech, who first driver to spin and kiss the wall. Jealous Pillow started with medium tires. He's actually going through quite a bit of fuel as well, but it looks like the mediums, they can last. They can last the whole stint. I'm not sure if we can last. SoCal going to the pits as well. Okay. So people are not doing 8 laps then? Okay. I cannot see any clouds in the sky. I don't think there's rain coming. Jealous Pillow is closing that gap on Nos Fox. SoCal comes out on mediums as well. Sweaty Palms manages to get past him just about. We see Tom the Tech into the pits as well. Nice move there, very bold move from Sweaty Palms with warmer tires over SoCal. what one lap does to your mediums, fresh versus 1 lap. But that's very good for SoCal actually, because now he's got the slipstream. He can save more fuel, save more tires. Just use sweaty palms to his advantage. See? Bump draft. Big brains. He wants to milk sweaty palms. Get all the extra fuel in the slipstream. Back to the front, Shred recovers the fastest lap of the race with a 42.434. He's got a few more laps in the tank and in the wheels as well. And so does Little C Money. There's a 2/10 difference in lap time between these two in the last lap. They are in very, very similar paces here at Le Mans. And Money's going purple again. Where is the stick? He is 7 seconds back now. 7 seconds back. Who was it calling the stick to win? New predictions, guys. New predictions. Still in a very good position to lead the championship. He has a very solid lead over was it Little C Money or SoCal? Let me check here again. And is it just me or the sky's getting darker? Just getting here the standings. Yeah, SoCal is P2. SoCal is pitted already. SoCal is down here with the mediums. He's taking advantage of poor sweaty palms. Back to the front, and I just want to have a quick look here. Joan Lewis into the pits, 4% fuel. Yeah, the sky, the light has changed a little bit. There are more clouds, the sky's not so blue anymore. I would not call rain just yet. But we need to start looking up. And the pit window is officially open. Everybody is going in. Everybody that is not the top 4 drivers. It's going to be interesting to see where they're going to come out. SoCal has pitted already. Let's see where he is. Sweaty palms as well. Oh, that's going to be close with Joan Lewis. Sweaty palms was not able to make the same move again. That was close. But that's Joan Lewis with the mediums as well. Interesting. Staying out there has paid off for Joan Lewis. Yoni is still to pit. Yoni's got a penalty as well. So, well, actually, with Yoni pitting, he would come back behind these guys, I think. And that means that Sweaty Palms is fighting for a potential P4. It's not too bad considering where he started in P8. Sweaty Palms a little bit too far back there to make use of the slip. Let's check the guys in front. I think they're going to stay out one more lap. The gap has gone down actually, 2.8. Shred with another fastest lap with a 42.361, but he's 0.8 worse in this sector. Money still stable there in the lap times, but no mistakes from him. Sometimes that's how you win the race. You don't need to be fast, you just need not to make mistakes. I'm not saying he's not fast, but you know what I mean. So this is one of the big battles of the race today. But it's a long run battle. There is Little Money going purple again. Looks like the rate at which the tires degrade versus the time gained from losing fuel, you know. You gain more speed from the fuel than you lose speed from the tires degradation. And I think I would call that the top 4 drivers... No, not Yoni, he needs to stop now. Okay, so the top 3 drivers, I think they're going for a one-stop strategy. I think. Shred using the whole track, literally. And there you go. They stay out, both of them. Where is the Stig? Staying out. Called it, one-stop strategy. Fortunately for Yoni, a bit too thirsty. We have to stop. He can still recover from it and do a one-stop if he goes very lean in the second stint. So he's 28 seconds from the leader. Let's go. 28 seconds so we can measure the gap to the lead when he comes out. And 26 seconds to Joan Ruiz as well. Let's try to calculate the time loss in the pit. So 48 to 51 seconds. Oh, that's a long pit stop. So definitely Yon is coming back behind these guys. Then he hasn't even... Okay, now he changed tires. Now he's starting to refuel. Wow, these guys are already gone. Long gone. Wow. Yoni, still there. Still refueling. There he is. With mediums, he's not gonna go the distance. So he's 107. So that is some 45 to 50 seconds indeed. Pit stop, Ray Trader, you're right. Tron Kobe saying top 3 may get 17 laps if they continue this pace. Oh. Now here's a question. Do they have fuel for 17 laps? Have they trained for 17 laps? Because one thing is you get into lap 17, the second thing is manage to complete it. And if you are the only one that goes into lap 17, that's cool. That's what almost happened, I think it was in Mount Panorama, wasn't it, in the start of season. But then if 2 people make it and the guy behind has a bit more fuel than you, oh boy. Imagine trying to flex going 17 laps and then you end up losing the win because you didn't measure your fuel properly. The gap is going down, so there was a very good lap from Money, 42.407. That's his personal best. Not enough to be the fastest lap of the race. Also interesting to say, just saying that out loud. These guys on hards are still faster than the whole rest of the grid on mediums. It just shows the level that these top 3 drivers are. And the gap is going down even further. Little Money is finding places. To close the gap, and if it continues like this, we might see a different race winner today. .4 seconds down. Wow, too bad he's gonna have to pit. But it's gonna be super close into the pits. Both got about the same amount of fuel. Let's spend the same time in there. Okay, there goes Shred with 0 fuel. Little Money with 1%. Shred with a penalty goes in as well. And Joan Ruiz is 54 seconds behind. So I think they're gonna come very close to each other. I think the top 3 is still going to be in front, but very close, and they might help these guys get some toll. Progenitor wondering if they're going to finish lap. Yeah, just about, mate, just about. But I'm curious if Joe Ruiz and Sweaty Palms are going to catch up with the front runners. Okay, so they're refueling already. And coming out with the hearts. And Shredder's got a nice lead still. You guys are still coming out here in the chicane. Stig might be under threat though. Where is the 6? Sweaty Palms with another half a second penalty there, stacking up to 1 second total. Stig with a penalty, he's under threat, but considering he's going for a one-stop strategy, I think he's got the bronze in the bag. So the gap has gone up between Little C Money 17 and the Stig. It's 11 seconds. Yeah, like I said, the battle is between these 2 guys up front. They went in with 30 laps. Oh, sorry, with more than 30 minutes in the countdown already. Just realized I have not called the replay yet. That means we might be able to get Tom the Tech spin. I press the replay already later on. Oh, and now we have the countdown clock on the top. Speaking of Tom the Tank, he's here attacking Nos Fox. Let's give some love to the guys at the back of the pack as well. Flying down the straight. See how little the slipstream matters for these cars. 0.3 seconds and he was just not gaining anything. It's very interesting. And now he's close enough. Bumpcraft. Yeah, he's not going for the pass, he's going for the Bumpcraft. Interesting strategy. Down the chicane. They are both on mediums. Tom the Tank's mediums are a bit more worn out. Jealous Pillar now on hards. He was the only driver to start on mediums, and Jenny at the moment here at the back of the pack. The personal best in the last lap with a 3:46.224 and improving. Let's back to the front. Gap's a little bit bigger now, 2.8. Shred is doing his magic. Curiosity here, Shred's got 3,600 kilometers clocked in this car, while Little Simon has got 5,600 kilometers. Shows the amount of practice that these guys do. And John Ruiz is up to P3, he passed the Stig. 8,600 kilometers clocked on in this car for John Ruiz, putting some serious practice time. But remember, John Ruiz is going for a 2-stop strategy, while Stig, Little C Money, and Shred are going for a 1-stop strategy, unless it rains. Unless it rains. Oh boy, if rains, the guy's going for a 2-stop. They're so gonna be celebrating so much. It would be quite interesting if that happened, but we'll see. Stig trying to take some advantage there of the slip. Trying to save more fuel so he can push towards the end. Imagine the plot twist, you know, Shred, Money and Stig managed to open lap 17. The 2 guys in front run out of fuel, and the Stig, because he's safe behind John Ruiz, he's got enough fuel, passes the guys, takes the win. That would be interesting. Interesting plot twist. Sokal P2 in the championship with Sweaty Palms P3 in the championship. This is another interesting battle to keep an eye on. Sweaty Palms behind. That is way too far to make the move. This is a very long track. Here with a half-second penalty again. You know, I raced in one league back in the day for my teammates, GT Fox. Where you would get an extra point for a clean race. So if you didn't get any penalty, you would get an extra point. It was quite interesting, especially on tracks like this or Tokyo Central, for example, goes with a lot of walls. There was good encouragement for people to keep it clean. Fat Mustang in P8's got a good gap here to Tom the Tech. I don't understand why he was switching lanes in there, trying to break the toe, but mate, 1.5 seconds, there's no toe in there. You don't need to worry about that. Osmops coming down in 10th, Jealous Pillow. Again with penalty. Is it again, or he just hasn't paid it yet? Remember, it's a very long lap as well. It's hard to keep track of what's going on one lap or another. There's Jenny, still in P12. Back to the front. The boys are still at it. 0.1 seconds. It's going up now, the gap between Money and Tread. And John Ruiz is also struggling there to shake the stick. Well, actually the gap's gone up as well, 1.6. And I think it was John Ruiz who just did a purple sector. Fast lap still from Tread. On hard tires, just waiting for someone on mediums to steal that fastest lap. It's very close there, 42.740, and we have Sokal and Sweaty Palms into the pits. Look at the difference in fuel. Sweaty Palms, who was trying to save fuel behind Sokal, actually didn't do that very well. In saying that, Sweaty Palms stopped one lap before Sokal. I remember that now. So they're gonna try to go the distance now, another 20 minutes. This thing is losing ground. Still in there. Sokal coming out first. Jealous Pillow coming around the corner. And he manages to take the position. Not just yet. All contact between the two. Sokal's got a bit more grip. But Jealous Pillow ruining the party there on hard tires. Just trying to do his bit. Good fight here though. Sokal finally managed to prevail, take P9, and look how far back Sweaty Palms is after having to put 10 more liters or 10% more tank, of fuel. Oh, this is interesting. Sokal just got a penalty there for track limits. There was after fighting Jealous Pillow, so you cannot blame on Jealous Pillow for that. So that is going to allow Sweaty Palms to close the gap. It might also allow Jealous Pillow to get past again. So I'm going to like that. Go with them a little bit longer until they get to the penalty zone. Lap 11, just under 20 more minutes left in the clock. So someone here, Tron Colby, called 17 laps at that pace. Let's see. Sweaty Palm still with the trick arrow kit there with a wiper. It's 2.2 seconds behind Jealous Pillow. I don't think he's gonna be able to take advantage of SoCal's penalty. Penalty zone is coming soon. Let's see if they can avoid the penalty here again. SoCal gets more penalty, that's gonna hurt him. They're safe. Safe from extra penalties. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Jealous Pillow though, Jealous Pillow just got a penalty there. Bit of a wiggle. And Jealous Pillow is only gonna pay this penalty in the next lap though. So yeah, he managed to take advantage of SoCal's penalty. I think SoCal's gonna fight back after the 4 chicanes. Sweaty Palms actually managed to close the gap as well. It was 2 seconds. Oh, what happened here? A little wiggle from SoCal and Sweaty Palms just cruised past. Very nice move, very nice reflexes there from the Sweaty boy. He's up to P9. Let's check that out in the replay. On board. Click the wall. No, it wasn't that. The wrong angle here, yeah. SoCal was trying not to get a penalty. Ended up going too wide, hitting the brakes. Did not get a penalty. But that allowed Sweaty Palms to get past. That worked well for him. Back here in the front, Shred still with the fastest lap of the race. On hard tires. Sky seems to be clearing up again. Little C Money bringing the gap down to 2.7. John Lewis up to P3 still. It's a very good result for him, but his rear left starting to complain a little bit, so I don't think he's going to stay out that much longer with this this tire set. If he stays out for another lap, I think he might have fuel for one more lap, I don't know, but he could put softs on even, maybe. Soft for 4 laps. I think he will last. .2 the gap. It's going down even further. A little mistake here on this lap by Shred. almost there, going too wide. Ooh, was that too wide for Little Money? Wait for it. Oh, it's clear. That was a very, very close call, mates. Very, very close call. 2.5 the gap. These guys are going around the chicane expertly. And Stig has passed Joe Ruiz. Yes, he has. Something must have happened. Can we get it in the replay? Yes, P3. Oh, Scheisse. Managed to save it. That was a very good save there by John Ruiz. He brings it into the pits. So there you go, the top 3 drivers going for a one-stopper. They're now back in positions 1, 2, 3. And John Ruiz, the first, best of the rest, to go into the pits. Don't have the gap here to Yoni. Oh, there was a very close merge there with Sweaty Palms. And Sokol as well. John Ruiz is gonna fight back. Put medium tires again. Did not fill up the tank because it doesn't need to. Gonna try to fight for positions and get that P4. Go around the outside. It's a very good move there by John Ruiz, using the extra grip from the fresh mediums. John Ruiz, who right now sits, where is he? Don't know what's his name here in the score table. If someone can translate that for me, I would appreciate. Sokol is fighting back. That is very, very good for Sweaty Palms. John Ruiz is holding back. Sokol this is very bad for Sokol because he's P2 in the championship. The only consolation for him is that Stig is not winning this race. Go on board here with Sokol. Oh, penalty for John Ruiz. Come down the hairpin. That's gonna free up Sokol to go and chase Sweaty Palms again. Bump draft in there. Here comes Sokol down the long straight, kind of straight. They both managed to avoid penalty, further penalty for John Ruiz. And that's gonna free up Sokol to go and chase Sweaty Palms. John Ruiz still within the slipstream, but as we've seen, it doesn't mean a lot for these cars. Right, back to the leaders. The gap's down to 2 seconds only now. It's gone down a lot. There's 2 laps with 44 by Shred as we see Yoni going to the pit. So there's 2 laps with 44. That's much higher lap times than we are used to see for him. 2 laps in a row even. So they got both exact amount of fuel, the same amount of fuel and tires left. And the stick has not got a single lap into the 42s. And Sweaty Palms smashes it. Fastest lap of the race, 41.761. Very, very good lap there by Sweaty Palms. Still the fastest lap of the race. And if I'm not mistaken, he's not stopping anymore. That's a very good result for him. Started in P8, I think he was. His P4 is a very good result. His P3 in the championship, he needs every point he can get. His rival in P2 here, Sokal, is right behind him and is under attack by John Lewis. And I thought I saw that, and I saw it right. That's Yoni with soft tires. Yoni going for the fastest lap there. I don't think he's close enough to catch up with John Lewis. Prove me wrong, mate. But he's the driver with the most chances of getting that fastest lap of the race now. Stealing it from his teammate Sweaty Palms. Let's go back there to the front. The gap's now 1.8. So what is going on with Shred? Is he taking it easy? Or is it really starting to lose focus? Very, very early shifts. They're both doing very early shifts. They're both very close in terms of lap times. As you see there in the sectors. A little bit of a wiggle there, you could say, from Shred. Lots of time there in the chicanes. Still 3 more laps to go, 7 minutes. Sorry, not 3, 2 laps to go. 15 and 16. Everything still to play for here up front. The stick has got a solid lead to Sweaty Palms. So that's the difference between a 1-stop and a 2-stop strategy. 40 seconds almost. And Sweaty Palms improves his lap time there. No, sorry, that was his last lap. That's 41.7. Let's see this next lap as he comes around the chicanes. For him. Sorry. Wrong button. The Sokal here in P5. Sokal who still got John Lewis very, very close to his rear bumper. And Yoni with those softs. Gap's down to 5 seconds. He was, I think, 7 before. Can he get there? Well, it's going down even further. 4.7 already. Yeah, Yoni's flying. And there he goes. That's purple sector by 0.25 of a second. When he keeps going like this, he might be able to fight for a P5 here. Let's go look further back in the pack here. Tom the Tech is in P8. Bottle Fat Mustang in 9th. Nos Fox in 10th. Jealous Pillow with some damage. Let's call the replay. Whoop! Lost the rear of the car there on the Dunlop corner. Jenny coming close there, gonna try to take advantage of the damage on Jealous Pillow's rear. She can get past. Right, Joan Ruiz with another penalty. Good for Sokol. Good for Yoni. The gap's going down. And here up front, the gap is now 1.2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. I said this is going to be a long, long battle. Now, Das Little Money has got what it takes to push for the win. He's got the fuel, he's got the tires, both of them. So one of these two drivers is going to be their first time here in the commentary box for a post-race interview. I have to get the controller here already. That's our the other headset. Final lap. They're not going to open lap 17. And the gap is under 1 second. Little C-Money is now within slipstream range. Oh boy, it's gonna get exciting. Gonna get into the main straight, the first part of the straight here. Super, super close. So Money is within slip range, not within attack range just yet. The gap is going down. It is going down by a lot. 0.2, right to 0.1 now. Shred under attack for the first time in this race. Little C-Money fighting for his first win this season. And we've lost Jealous Pillow. There goes Money, 0.1. He's gonna make a move in the second chicane here in the straight. Down he goes, he's got the advantage, he's on the inside. Goes for the pass. Gets the job done, that's Little Money for P1. But we've still got another half a lap to go, and he's even going purple on hard tires, ladies and gentlemen. Really making use of that slip there. That's 0.35 the gap. I don't think there's enough for a Shred to make a move at the end of this straight, unless he goes for a lunge. Not yet. Money very good out of that corner. But there's another long, long, long straight here where Shred can try to make a move again. But he's gonna give him the inside or the outside. So Shred going around the outside for the first two corners, but he's gonna get the inside for the tight left, but he's already in front. Well, they're rather side by side. Shred back to P1. No penalties for either of them. They're exchanging positions here in the final few corners of this 1 hour race here at Le Mans. Money loses a little bit of time there. That's 0.4 gap. So this next sequence of corners is going to be vital if Money wants to have any chance of taking his first win of the season. It's gone up, 0.6. I'm really worried about their fuel. Shred is pushing it. The gap's gone up 0.7. Broke the toe. Just need to nail the chicane. The clock is at 0 now. One more chicane left. And Shred is going to take his first win here in Flat Out Racing League Round 5. The win goes to Shred from Canada. The first win from Canada this season as well. In the Pro Division, that is. Little Money takes P2 with the stick. A little bit further back. Some 26 seconds back rather, not a little bit. Oh, another penalty even, imagine. Oh, doing some showing off there for the stick. Sliders across the finish line. Takes P3, he's gonna be content with that. I wouldn't say happy, content. Sweaty palms. Another 35 seconds further back to take P4. Through the chicane as he goes. A good result for Sweaty Palms. Starting only in 8th place. Siders across the finish line to celebrate. Soka will take P5. Very close behind him. John Ruiz and Yoni. Unfortunately not able to steal the fastest lap. Even with the soft tires. Took P7. Tom the Tech coming around the chicanes now. In the 8th position. Also Siders across the finish line. I think they planned it. Auto Fat Mustang will take P9. Not sideways, no. Not for him. Nos Fox will take 10th. Then Jenny further back will take P10, P11, sorry, and we lost Jealous Pillow. Jenny sideways as well across the finish line. Race finished, and Shred takes his first win of the season. Right, as we have the results here, Distinct Shred, there was 10s, yes, and I want to see you in the commentary box, my man. Let's get here on Discord. Flat Out. Post-race interview. I'll be waiting for you there for a quick conversation, my man. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Welcome to the commentary box. Post-race interview. Your first win of the season, man. And what a race that was.
Oh yeah. I'm tense. I'm sweaty. That took a lot out of me. Jeez.
Yeah, I didn't know if Money was gonna wait for that second straight, you know, to get past, or if he was gonna pass straight away. I think he was like as tense as you were, but kept your cool there, mates, and over the chicane as well, avoiding a penalty in the final few corners, because that can ruin anyone's race, isn't it?
Oh yeah. That practice race we did with Money and Stig and I, we were getting penalties like galore. I think we got like 8 penalties each.
Jesus Christ! Well, that's probably how many Stig got. Look how far back he was, 34 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, he was. I saw him do the little spin out at the end, but yeah. He was having fun over there. But no, I was running the first stint. I was trying to build a gap so I could be comfortable.
Yes.
And I paid the price for it, and that's why Money caught past, because I was something like half a lap short, and I had to just sit and feel safe even more. Now I was fuel mapping for most of that second stint, and also trying to keep it consistent. So yeah, but I mean, you know what? I honestly expected it to be like 10 some fuel, because that's what you get on a one stop. You're like, you're not sure if you're gonna make it. but yeah, I got to give it to Money, man. He kept me honest. I do feel bad for Stig because he was there. He was there. I think without his penalties, he probably could have been a little further up. I think Money and I think we were, what was it, like 30 seconds faster than our
34 seconds
or something stupid like that. Yeah.
34 seconds in front of Stig,
Yeah.
1 minute in front of Sweaty Palms in P4. That was made. You guys were on a different league there today.
Yeah, it was insane. I'm pretty like my hand was starting to get sore from holding the wheel because
Yeah,
because I was telling the guy because like I'm going down the straight and like my wheel does that steering wheel wobble.
Oh, I
that you
see.
get when you're going down a straight line, just like vibrating like crazy. So
I don't
but
know because I
otherwise
don't
to
have
that, I
one,
mean-
but I'm
Oh,
on
okay.
I'm on controller. But I know what you
Oh,
mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah. No, it's going down the straight and all of a sudden it's just like just fucking going nuts on me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I overall, I mean, I don't think Money and I could have gone any faster. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I was saving a little. No, I threw everything at it.
Yeah, that was good, mate. That was good, mate. It's good to have you here in the interview room. Hope to see you again in the future. Congratulations, and go relax now, mate.
Thank you. Yes, I need that. I might go get a beer or 7. I don't know.
Cool, mate. Thank you, and yeah, we're gonna have a quick break now before we have the amateur division, guys. One more time, congratulations to Shred for the win, Little Money for almost win, and the Stig there completing the podium. Don't go anywhere, guys. We have the amateur division very, very soon after a short break. Welcome back to Rallycross GT. It's time for the amateur division here with Flat Out Racing League. Season 4, round 5. Sorry, guys. That was a very, very exciting race that we just had there with the Pro Division, with Shred taking his first win of the season by this much here. Little C Money gave him the fight of his life. It's time now for the amateurs, who are also very fast guys. I'm really looking forward to see this race and see if they're gonna try to steal the strategy from the pros as well. Here in the chat we have Ruiz Racing 46. Good luck, Foxes. Joining the business of fun race. Good luck, folks. Welcome to Rallycross GT, guys. Thanks for joining the chat here on Twitch. And if you're watching this later, this will be on YouTube as well, on Flat Out Racing League's official YouTube channel. Mismatch saying 0 practice for me. People always say, "Oh, I got 0 practice," and then they go and smash it. But I know what you mean, mate. Thanks for being here, filling up the grid. We've got 10 drivers here today for the amateur division. That's a very good number. I'm looking forward to this race. And also thank you, Longshot 4345 for the follow, and Cock RU1 also for the follow. That's before the broadcast started as well. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel. If anyone else wants to show a bit more love as well, there's a link here in the chat. If you wanna buy me a coffee. Are we ready? Yes, we are. You can buy me a coffee, support the channel. You know, I might divert that money from coffee to get more car parts instead. You know, but still supporting the channel one way or another. Here we go, qualification starting now. Everybody with the soft tires, as you would expect during qualification, no one going out with the hards. Hear the noise, it's time to race. Right, everybody piling up out of the pits. Go together, gonna try to use slipstream. Maybe. Some people are ready with a 3 seconds penalty by cutting the pit exit line, but doesn't matter. You know, right now is the out lap, make that up again. Soonerman, very quick out of the pits. Maybe because he's the host. Got advantage there. Tron Kobe coming in P2. Let's have a quick look there at the championship standings here for the amateur division. Right, AM standings. Tron Kobe leading the championship with 115 points. That's a solid 14 points gap over Living Green. And we're gonna have to push hard this race to close that gap. And then we have next. So P2, 3, and 4, they're fairly close to each other. So Living Green's got 111 points. Then we have this man, Smoke and Holt, with 98 points. That's only 3 points behind. And then Soonerman with 96. That's 2 points behind Smoke and Holt. So that's very close between P2, 3, and 4. And if you ask me, you know, they still got a good shot at a potential championship win. Remember, 35 points for a race win, and there's only 14 points between P2 and P1, and that is 19 points between P1 and P4. So they're still kind of in the battle, you know. They just can't do too bad in the next couple of races. Looking forward to this as well. Championship battle being decided in the final few rounds. Tron Kobe, second man out of the pits. Longshot, who lost a few positions in the standings because he missed last round. Let's bring gonna be his discard race. But I saw someone spinning there. Rick James. 3-second penalty, but that's the out lap. It doesn't matter too much. Chip Reese takes advantage. A very nice livery, actually. Reminds him a little bit of is it Jordan with the Benson and Hedge livery? I think it was Jordan, wasn't it? The yellow livery. Super cool. I like it. Living green here, P2 in the championship. JD Ireland also in the green car. Not the same tone of green, but still green. Moran, aka Mismatch, the organizer of Flat Out Racing League. Big shot for him for organizing this, getting everybody together, and so on. Couldn't do this without him. Smoke and Holt, also there fighting for a championship. Very nice livery there with the Mugen on the side. I got some Mugen parts on my Fit RS now as well. Actually, I'm getting more parts installed tomorrow, so you guys look forward to that. And Strangman, the pink Mercedes, or the pink Honda in this case. So they're all now in their out laps. Moran at the back, probably trying to get some slip. So Slipstream now is going to be very, very good because you only have one flying lap. Let's just call the replay so we get the time on the screen. There you go, we have another 5 minutes left. It's time for one flying lap for everybody. So who's being sneaky here and using the slip? Not close enough here between these two. Nope. If you look on the map, it looks like they're super, super close, piled up into each other. But really, looks like only Moran is using the slip here. Sneaky one, gonna try to get a good starting position. Goes for a pass as well, but ends up in the grass. That is not what he would have wanted for his qualifying lap. There was a lot of time there. Back to the front, Soonerman. Still leading the qualifying pack. Is going to try to get a little bit closer if he can. Get that slip. Still the pole position. We have no idea how fast they're going so far because there are no deltas. And look at Chip Reese and Longshot. So the teammates there are helping each other probably with the bump draft. He's going to start from the back. What happened here? Let's see. Go straight in the corner. Happens a lot. Space. Oh, what? I think that just the replay ended. Okay. No, he just caught it and he's going to start at the back. Fair enough. Here for the numbers. That's good. That's good. We need the numbers. And speaking of numbers, it's a 3:43 42.571 for Tron Kobe and Rick James actually. 42.822. Rick James steals the pole position. There's no second chance here for anyone. Smoke and Holt to the 41.975. Smoke and Holt with the pole position. Smashing it. Smoke and Holt currently P3 in the championship. Yeah, fighting for a potential win there. Going for the title. And Moran will not start at the back of the pack. Surprise! I think long shot he does have a time. Very bad one, but he does have a time. But JD Ireland and Stangman, they cross the finish line with penalties, so they do not have a time. So a bad time is still better than no time. There goes Smoke and Holt. The pole setter for Amateur Division. 12,500 kilometers clocked in this car. He surely knows the car quite well by now, I guess. Let's see if there's anyone with more clocks here. Tron Kobe, 11,800. It's not too bad. 6,000 here. 2,000 for Living Green. 2,600 for Chip Reese. 900 kilometers for Moran. Yeah, that's someone who doesn't do that many laps in the car. I know he's got a busy life. We all do. Maybe he's one of those guys. You know, he's got a practice car and a race car, and he likes to keep the mileage low. You know, just to trick people into thinking that he doesn't know what he's doing. Tron Kobe sunbathing there in the sandbanks of France. Enjoy a little bit of peace and quiet there. The shades, the side. You can hear the birds. Could do that. Smoke and Holt as well. A bit of playing in the sand. 8 seconds to go, and then we race. Right, here are your qualification results. Smoke and Holt, 3:41.975, very good time. Rick James P2, Tron Colby, Sunerman, Living Green, Chip Reese, Moran, and Longshot. These are the men who have set time, and this JD Ireland and Stangman, the guys who have not set a time. They're going to start at the back of the pack. Are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see the tire strategies here. Rick James, you aren't supposed to pass me there. Questionable, you know, this is why you give space during qualification. So you don't have to fight for positions. They can discuss that after the race. That's just my opinion, you know. You can take advantage of the slip. You can leave a big gap there. Maybe, actually that's what Chip is probably saying. Rick James stole the pole position. Return to practice. What happened? So, we have one more driver, Delgado. He's gonna start from the back. Where is he? I do not see Delgado in the lobby. There's only 11 people here, including me. Late entry is coming. Right, understood. There he is. No, the lobby reset. PS4's low load. I see. Fair enough. It's coming. You're gonna have one more man starting from the back. So Seymour, you are not starting the back. Definitely, there's gonna be 3 people behind you, man. So don't worry. If you want to start setting up the grid positions, Soonerman, I did not take a screenshot, so I hope you have all the positions in there somewhere. You're gonna have to change the lobby to host, setting the order. I hope you did that already. Was being racing qualified, but we're good. I'm not mad. First time touching the wheel in 2 weeks. Well, that's what I said, guys. If you don't want to be fighting during qualification, just leave the gap. It's a long ass track, you know. Just like stay back in the out lap, and they're all good. But the guys like to be, you know, using the slipstream. Then that's what happens. I mean, honestly, if I leave the guy behind get super close to me in the practice, I'm not even gonna be mad that he tries to pass me. And if I get close to the guy in front as well, I'm gonna try to pass because I don't want to lose time behind him. So it's complicated. It's complicated. Another VPR in the lobby. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. Team strategy is playing up. It was my hot lap in the straight at the end of the straight. Well, maybe there are places to pass as well. Yeah, if you're gonna pass during qualification, you know, don't be a scumbag, bump draft, and then pass right before the corner. That's scumbag move. Don't know what happened, you know, but yeah, bad timing. Right, so are we in order? I think we are from the looks of it. Right, Delgado there calling shots there already in the chat. This is the greatest of all time has arrived. Oh man, let's see if you live up to the hype. Put myself into the grass so I wouldn't hit anyone. Yeah, fair enough. I saw that. Right, it is race time. Welcome to Rallycross GT. You're watching Flat Out Racing League Season 4. This is round 5, Amateur Division. Race is about to start. We got something weird there going on with the order of the drivers. But this man here, Smoke and Hold, is the pole position. And the race is on. Smoke and Hold pulling the pack. Rick James are quite far behind there. Not sure what happened, but it's a very good start there for the leaders. Some people going straight there in the Team T1, and I saw contact. I think that was JD Arnold or Living Green. Was a green car there. It's Living Green. At the start of race he expected. I saw someone went straight and then got collected. I think it was him. Goes out to avoid contact. Gets back into the track. Then I think he's bumping himself afterwards. I think. Back of the pack from him. Front of the pack for Smoke and Hold, and a 5-second gap already. He started on soft tires. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, did he forget to change his tires? Or what? Ruiz asking what happened in the beginning. I do not know. I saw the Moran was set as P1. I don't know if there was a pile up there because of that, but Bug Turismo 7, mate. That's the name of the game. Rick James with a P2, and then Tron Colby and Sunerman helping each other out. That's P3 and P4. Then Chip Reese and Moran are ready with the penalties, half a second each. Oh, JD Arden goes a little bit wide there, allows Longshot to get past. Vipers taking advantage here. We have Stangman also with a half a second penalty, and Delgado, the greatest of all time, or so he says. In P10, starting from the back, going for a pass here at the end of the straight. Not just yet. Stangman shuts the door, but Delgado goes for the switcheroo. Nice move there. Managed to get the position, and he goes up to P9. Smoke and Holt's gonna try to take every advantage he can out of those soft tires. I'm very curious though, after seeing the one stop from the pros, is anyone here gonna try to copy that? So Rick James, P2, but these two guys here, Tron Colby and Sunerman, they are closing the gap. 2 seconds to P3, and here further back we have a big group of cars led by Longshot. Moran following very closely, and Chip Reese also super close to Moran. Let's go with this battle here a little bit, the battle for P6. JD Allen goes a little bit wide there, loses time. Not enough time for Delgado to get past just yet, but Delgado is now trying to set up the overtake. Gonna have to wait until after the chicanes, or is he just gonna go for a dive there? Delgado trying to do a last to first challenge. We've seen Shred almost do it last round. He took the win from start to finish today though. Delgado just about there, trying to get past. Here he is, P8. A little bit of contact with the JD Arden. They're all on hard tires. Then Chip Reese and Moran also exchanging positions there further ahead. Longshot now is joining the party. The Vipers and the Foxes. And Tron Colby. Actually, Colby is managing to get away a little bit. That's good. It's good for him. Good is relative. It's good for some, bad for others. A lot of track penalty, track limit penalty the first lap. Progenitor saying in the chat. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And look at Longshot already. Trying to get past Sunerman as quickly as he can. Have a good pace there. Up ahead is 6.7. The gap is going up there from Smoke and Holt. Let's see how much of a gap he can create there with the soft tires though. It's a good battle here for P4. Longshot and Sunerman. Board with Longshot. Come down the late part of the big straight. Coming to the hairpin. Oh, a little mistake there from Sunerman. Almost overshot the corner. So a little bit of a wiggle there in the background from Delgado. Trying not to collect Chip Reeves on the corner exit. And JD Arnott also with a bit of a wiggle and almost, I think he's not sure if he got the penalty now or he had it already. We have Stangman and Living Green at the back of the pack. Living Green, not the race that he wanted here after starting with that spin. He's P2 in the championship. He needs every point that he can get to close the gap to Tron Colby, who's currently in P3. And finishing P11 is definitely not what he wants. And also the guys behind him, Smoke and Holt, and I think he was, I forgot who else he was there. Soonerman. They are very close as well to JD Arnott, so he cannot afford to lose points like this in the championship. Soonerman doing his homework there and staying in P4, and his immediate rival, Smoke and Hope, is leading the pack. To be fair, long shot, he's only 10 points behind Boomer, Smoke and Holt, sorry, Soonerman. So he needs, they're all in the money there. They're all fighting for positions in the championship. Had a very good exit there. They're trying to get past before the sequence of corners. They're gonna wait into the straight. There he goes, puts on the inside. Next corner is to the left. Soonerman's got an advantage. Long shot stays back. Soonerman managed to hold on to P4 a little bit longer. That is allowing Moran to close the gap as well. Moran said he had zero practice. Doesn't look like. He's keeping up quite well with these guys. Delgado now with a penalty. Half a second penalty there for the greatest of all time. Up to P10 as JD Arden falls to the back of the pack. Back to the front, we have Smoke and Holt, the fastest lap of the race, 46.3, but to be honest, that's not a very impressive lap time. I saw Moran with a 46 low as well. And he's gonna have to stop now as well, Holt. So maybe softs were not a good idea. Maybe it was a mistake. Who knows? We see. We can check with him after the race. Rick James keeping that 2-second gap over Tron Colby. Just there minding his business, see, with a 46.9 on hard tires. And there comes the train. Soonerman a long shot. Delgado managed to get up to P6. What happened to Moran? Moran's down to P8 now. I don't think we're gonna have it on the replay, but let's check. Aha, we got the tail end of it. He overshot a chicane. Overshot a chicane and got a penalty. He's down to P8. Living Green there, try to find space and get past before that nasty sharp left. Hope that no one gets more penalty as well. Coolmaker22299, welcome to the chat. Welcome to Rallycross GT. You're watching Flat Out Racing League. This is the amateur division. It's good to have you here with us. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting the channel. Living Green getting up to P8 as Moran goes really wide there. There's a penalty now to get paid. As Stangman getting past JDR is a little bit too far back. Got more momentum though. This is the battle for the hashtag not last. Longshot has finally managed to get past Tron Colby. Longshot up to P4. Vipers Racing Team pushing hard there. We've got 21 people watching us right now here on Twitch. That's a new record almost for Flat Out Racing League. I think we had 24 peak before. I just saw now we have 21, so that's really good. Really appreciate every single one of you there in the chat or just lurking around as well. It helps the channel grow. Don't forget to give it a follow as well. It helps the channel grow more. Encourages us to keep doing this. The gap there between P2 and P3 remains stable. 2 seconds. Smoke and Holt is burning those soft tires there. 9.3 second gap, but he will have to stop at the end of this lap. That's 4 full laps with softs. 45.170 fastest lap of the race so far. Oh, he's the only driver that is not on hards anyway. And yeah, just over half a tank still. But I think he's gonna be half a tank by the time he goes into the pits. It's gonna be a 2-stop strategy for sure for this man, if those rear tires can last. Tron Colby closing the gap a little bit there, 1.5 second now. And the other Viper, Delgado, is going purple by 0.8 of a second. And he's now attacking the Foxes. The Vipers versus Foxes again is a fight that we've seen a lot of this throughout the history of Flat Out Racing. We got a Fox up front. Soft tires might become prey very, very soon. So Delgado there using this slip. Flashing lights as Soonerman saying get out of the way. It's not close enough for an attack. Also here, Tron Colby managed to close the gap to Rick James. Super quick. Let's go with these guys here for now. We know that Holt's gonna have to go pits right now at the end of this lap, and I think he's gonna come back at the end of at the back of the pack. What is Delgado doing there, shaking like that? Worried about the fuel for these guys. Look at the 2 teammates there using each other for tow. Soonerman trying to fight here. We have a Fox sandwich right now between the Vipers, and we have yellow flag, and that's Smoke and Holt. We see him flying down the positions, and on the side of the track, Smoke and Holt with the soft tires losing position after position. And I think he's got a puncture. The soft tires did not last long enough. Let's see how this happened. So you've got a pixel left. It's going super slow. Probably as the car links. Oh, Scheisse. Yeah, as it leaned left, just went. Poor Smoke and Holt. Goes into the pits now. Soonerman also and Morin. Early pits for these guys. That allows Ricky James to take P1. Sweaty Pump saying rear left begging for mercy. Yep, and did not work. And he smoked them all. Four laps in soft is hard to do here. Yes it is. You have to be really patient on the throttle, traction control, and maybe brake bias all to the front. Well, yeah, shite happens. Suderman, I think he went into the pits, and now we have Longshot and Delgado, the two Vipers. Oh, Delgado going a little bit too wide there. He's got a penalty already, and overshot the exit of the chicane, losing a little bit of time. Fortunately, Chip Reese, the other teammate, is too far back to mount an attack. Just notice that Chip has got a similar livery pattern, but different color. Oh, they're Vipers after all, isn't it? Same livery for them. It's nice to see the team using wearing the uniform. Lap 5 approaching the 40-minute mark. 40 minutes left mark, rather. Went really wide there, Delgado again. Flashing lights. I wonder if he's on controller as well and he's pressing L3 by mistake, or he's literally flashing people from that far. How's Kobe doing, our championship leader for the amateur division? 1.8 second gap. He's unable to close the gap too much. I remember well, he was saying in the chat that he didn't like this track that much. Someone else might take it. The other thing that I can see that these guys are not saving that much fuel. Definitely not saving as much fuel as the pros were doing. So I don't think we're gonna see anyone doing a one-stop strategy here. Strangman with a 1 second penalty now. Gonna pay now. JDR and those with a half a second there. And then we have Smoke and Holt after those spins, unfortunately. And I just noticed Delgado with the fastest lap. Oh, look how wide he's going. They're overshooting the chicane. He's going for a penalty after penalty. But he's got a 44.479. That's the fastest lap of the race on hard tires. We know he had a lot of slipstream there. One sneaky thing you guys can do actually if you want to get the fastest lap, you can just cut some corners. As long as you don't get reset, because even if you have a penalty, it still counts as a normal lap during the race. So you could cheat by cutting corners, stealing the fastest lap, and then just paying the penalty later on. I'm not encouraging anyone to do that. I'm just saying you could. If someone finds out, you're in trouble. But if a tree falls in the mountain, if a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, did it make a sound? If someone spins here, and we didn't save the replay, did they spin at all? It's a little bit too early for philosophy talk like this. Ruiz saying, I bet Smoking forgot to change his tires to medium to hard before the race. I'm with you, Ruiz. I think that happened as well. And then he was just going for it and then realized, like, shit, I got softs on. Then it was a little bit too late to save them. Tried to make the most out of them as well. Well, too much. He only had a few more corners though. Like, I think he had like 2 more corners left before the pits. Shame, big shame. Longshot and Delgado, teamwork there with the bump draft, and Delgado with another 1 second penalty. really wiggling there at the exit of the hairpin. Ooh, someone got disconnected. We've lost our host. Oh shit. Or was it just me? Room not found. Oh shit. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you very much. I see you guys next week. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Forgot he was host. Server crashed. I don't know. I do not know, guys. Let's wait until Soonerman comes into the chat and tells us what happened. And since we have mismatch in the chat, what do we do? Do we redo this race next week? I think it's gonna be a bit of a stretch to start over, and or do we just do a 40-minute endurance, starting from the positions that they were? I'm not sure if it's fair, but what do? I think the room crashed, Ridge Raider. That's what happens. Room not found anymore. I could see here in the list, but still here. Still got one person. I think, like, you know what? Maybe he's still racing, but alone, and everybody else got booted. Yeah, we're gonna go for a quick break then. In the meantime, we have a minute or two to figure out what to do. Meanwhile, you guys can see my real life escapes locations. Welcome back, guys. We're still waiting to find out here. Well, we know exactly what happened. You know, the room crashed. Everybody got booted. But we are now discussing what actions we're gonna have to take. Mismatch here suggesting we reschedule for next week. Just live straight from Discord. I'm cool with that, mate. I've got the morning, Saturday morning, my Saturday, your Friday evenings available. We can do that, and yeah, it sounds like that is the plan. I'm just gonna let everybody know here. But I think, some people saying they can't do it, or push to the end of the season. So we postpone for now. Yeah, we're just agreeing. We're gonna postpone the round for now, and then we figure out what we do after the broadcast is done, after everybody has cooled down, and then we can figure out and see who can attend. If we do next week, if we cancel the round completely, if we do at the end of the season, we'll figure out. We'll see. So that was unfortunate, because that was looking good. But yeah, it's been a pleasure having you guys here with me in the broadcasts. One more time, congratulations to Shred, not Stig, Shred this time, for his first win this season here in Flat Out Racing League. But yeah, we don't know who's gonna take this one. It was looking good for Rick James and for Tron Colby again, but we will figure out, like Miss Match said here on Discord. Yeah, guys, again, a pleasure having you guys with me. Really appreciate all the support here on Rallycross GT on Twitch. Like I said, if you guys want to show some love, buy me a coffee, link in the chat. But yeah, I guess we'll find out what happens soon. There will be next round scheduled is on the 6th of September. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be broadcasting that one because I will be doing a track day in Mobara racetrack here in Japan. I'm going to get my Fit, the one that you guys saw in the commercial. I get that bad boy there, my helmet on the track. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a shame that I can't be here with you guys, but I promise to share loads of pics and videos of that. But yeah, guys, shame that we got disconnected. Good to have you guys. Ridge Raider there, it hurts. Actually, good old time resets. It swapped my tires. Because of the reset, I see. So that's what happened. The reset there messed up his tire choices. Fair enough, mate, but we're gonna have to do this all over again. Thanks one more time. I'm gonna leave you guys with another little video of my little garage. That one there. And yeah. Cheers, guys.